the COVID-19 outbreak, defending against the psychology of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Well, how about we start with facts, not fear? And we'll go from there. The Senate approves measure to replenish halted coronavirus small business loan program. This is after many large chain, quote unquote, small businesses stole the money in the very first hours of the program. Now, some chain stores like Shake Shack have given back upwards of $100 million in their theft. But thankfully, the Senate has approved measures to replenish the halted small business loan program, which is going to help thousands of small businesses. Now, on Tuesday, the Senate approved a measure that would revive a program geared to keep small businesses from shuttering and their employees from going on unemployment because of the economic impacts of coronavirus pandemic. And so we'll sit and wait to see how this unfolds and how quick that money is depleted. Now, one of the big stories is that more U.S. labs could be providing coronavirus tests. And if you go read this article, what you're going to find out is that there is upwards of 1,400 labs. Peace. And no coordinating efforts to use these facilities to actually do any coronavirus testing, antibody testing, or any types of any testing. So those are the facts there. And whoever dropped the ball on this, it's been months now that we've needed these tests. There is still no organization of these independent companies, many of which, like several in Colorado, are offering their own testing. You just pay $70, $80, go get a test. That's simple. And at the same time, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp is facing resistance over moves to reopen the economy. Many of the mayors of the cities in Georgia are scared. They said, "Governor, don't do it. We're going to kill millions of people." The only problem is they told us 3 months ago that there'd be millions of dead people, and there aren't. We're going to get to the numbers. But let's get to some of the fun. De Blasio's social distancing tip, which recommended that citizens of New York City snitch on their neighbors, well, that backfired. It backfired in a big way. While the distancing tip line was flooded with penis pics, Hitler memes, and just some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen, to be quite honest. An excellent site developed by the inventors of Instagram, I'm sharing to you now, rt.live. Or this is the R0 of the COVID-19, where you can see up-to-date values for the R0, a key measure of how fast the virus is growing. It's the average of number of people who become infected by a single infectious person. You can see Nebraska is losing. Connecticut in second, North Dakota, then Ohio, Iowa, and Kentucky. If you live in any of these states, I feel sorry for you. The rest of the country's okay. Take a look at these numbers, most of which peak March 22nd, which is a month ago, as the R0 is falling in every state in our union quite dramatically. Most of them are in the green. These will be the states that reopen first. So come check out the data in your state and get informed. Don't get scared. Get the facts. The facts on RT COVID-19. That's at rt.live. Now, the CDC director warns a second wave of coronavirus is likely to be worse. And the World Health Organization's Tedros, he says it's only just the beginning. But the latest CDC COVID-19 numbers make the Doom-and-Gloom cult look like complete idiots. And they continue to add more idiocy into their dogma. Now, the CDC recently released coronavirus numbers from February 1st to April 18th. Now, I know these are a little old, a couple days, but with each day, it's getting harder and harder for these so-called experts to defend their complete destruction of the American economy and the economy of the whole world, by the way. Since February, there have been 17,229 COVID-19 confirmed deaths. An additional 7,667 have been confirmed to have died from COVID-19 plus pneumonia, which brings the total number for this time period of COVID-19 suspected cases to just under 25,000. Now, during the same exact time period in the U.S., 49,013 people died from pneumonia. None of them had coronavirus. So, the entire country is shut down. Less than half the people died in the same time frame that pneumonia took out twice as many people. And then there's the age gap. There were 20 deaths under the age of 25. That's it. That comes out to 0.01% of all coronavirus deaths. There were 13,518 deaths over 65, which means if you're over 65, you are at risk, but not as at risk as the flu or pneumonia. And let me tell you why. Here's the official numbers. From February 1st to April 21st, and here are pneumonia deaths in this column. Let me blow this up. This is completely mind-blowing. See how big we can get this. Okay, here are the CDC numbers. COVID-19 deaths from February 1st to April 21st in the U.S., 17,229. Pneumonia deaths, 49,000. Pick any age bracket. 45 to 54, there has been 943 deaths in the U.S. from COVID-19, 2,000 deaths from pneumonia alone. Let's go up to 65 to 74. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, 3,829 deaths, 65 to 74, over 10,000 deaths from pneumonia alone. Pneumonia is 3 times more deadly than COVID-19 for people 65 to 74. If you're 75 to 84, there was 4,780 COVID-19 deaths since February 1st, 13,612 due to pneumonia alone. You picking it up? I just put it down. 85 plus, 4,909 COVID-19 deaths, 16,113 from pneumonia alone in the U.S. in the same time period. So for people 85 and older, pneumonia is 4 times more deadly than COVID-19. And we haven't included any other comorbidity here. Diabetes, heart disease, cancer. Those are all higher than pneumonia. All higher. Are you picking it up? You could blend this COVID-19 death toll here, 02117 up to 4,900, 3 months, into any single category you want. If I put cancer up here, your mind would explode. If I put alcoholism, it would blow up as well. I just put up pneumonia, and the CDC is revealing this before your very eyes, that COVID-19 is less than a quarter deadly than pneumonia. But we have never shut down the country for pneumonia. Now, have we? That's the data. And I'll leave you links to the fake Johns Hopkins site that's been built to scare the out of you. Coronavirus's ability to mutate has also been vastly underestimated. And mutations affect the deadliness of the strains. And the reality is that the majority of the strains, over 30, are completely harmless, asymptomatic, and not a threat to anyone. But there are deadly strains, and those are the ones that are in Italy and New York City. The most aggressive strains of SARS-CoV-2 could generate 270 times as much viral load as the least potent type. And that's the one we have to worry about. New York may have a deadlier strain imported from Italy compared to less deadly viruses elsewhere in the U.S. imported from communist China. I love those guys. Coronavirus has mutated to become far deadlier in Europe than the milder strain that made its way to the U.S. West Coast, a Chinese study claims. So I went and found the study. Now, China's initial coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan spread twice as fast as we thought, according to the study. and it has mutated into at least 30 different strains. Now, the study was carried out by Professor Li Langjuan and colleagues from the Zhejiang University of Hangzhou, China, and published in a non-peer-reviewed paper released on medRxiv.org. And this was released on Sunday. Patient-derived mutations impact pathogenicity. Wow. The pathogenicity of SARS-CoV-2 is what determines if it's killer or not. And if we have 28 strains of completely harmless CoV-2 moving around, that could actually be causing herd immunity to the more deadly strain. It's anyone's guess. It's too early to tell. But what we can tell from the numbers I just showed you from the CDC is that, well, standard pneumonia is 4 times more deadly than COVID-19 in almost all the age brackets. So that's how that goes. I'll leave you links to all these papers as usual. And far more people may have been infected by the coronavirus in one California county. Now, the study coming out from Santa Clara, far more people may have been infected with COVID-19 than have been confirmed by health officials. And what they find is an antibody multiplier of 50 to 85. The study estimates that 2.49% to 4% of the people in Santa Clara County have been infected by COVID-19 by April 1st, which represents up to 81,000 people. And the official confirmed number is much lower than that, around 5,000. So therein lies the big issue, and that's how we get the 5% death rate. And that's why we're all sheltering in place, because of very, very bad numbers. And we have plenty of food, so why are the grocery stores so empty? Well, I have good news. That since the major panic buying has ended in the ensuing 6 weeks, our grocery store has fully stocked most of the shelves. Not completely. They're not filled with stuff. But all of the empty areas have been stocked with something. So there are now canned beans and canned vegetables. I was able to buy toilet paper and paper towels, of all things, yesterday. Those have been unseen for 6 weeks in my area. And yet they're coming back on the shelves. Slowly but surely. And not in large quantities, but continuously. So all you people that hoarded food and other stuff that you don't need, you could start eating it. You could start preparing meals and let the supply get back on the shelves. And don't be scared. Be prepared beforehand so you don't end up with extra toilet paper. Don't panic. Panicking does nothing. It raises your blood pressure. It reduces your immune system. You need to breathe, be centered, stretch, do yoga, Shinrin-yoku, go out, forest bathe, eat healthy. Do not panic. Get sleep. And think smart. Listen to all of the information that you're given. Look at the data. Check all the links below this video. Most YouTubers do not have any links like I do. Every single thing I talk about is linked to a source. Check it out in the description box. Don't be scared. Be prepared. And don't be stupid. And most importantly, be safe, because we love you. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And I'll also leave you links to 15 impressive herbs with antiviral activity, and you can read for yourself that many of these cure the symptoms and the viral activity of COVID-19. It's that simple, and there is a natural remedy for everything. Keep calm and wash your hands. And as we end tonight, a little levity, which I think you'll appreciate. And you can even share with your friends and family who are all acting, well, in my opinion, just a little too buck wild.
COVID-19. Well, how do I win?
You just got to stay inside your house.
That's so easy.
It's not.
How do I get the virus out if I get it?
Okay, X is cough.
Cough.
Y is to sneeze.
Barf.
Oh, it's barf, I'm sorry. B is sneeze.
Achoo.
A is to shit.
Achoo.
And then hit both
Cough,
triggers to do your
barf,
super. That's how you blast out the
diarrhea.
virus. There you go.
Okay, I think I get it.
Okay, don't get that, Kyle. Do
I just
not
want to
get
see
the
who
door.
it is.
Oh my god.
Hey man, there's a rad new festival called Hipchella. Here are 2 free tickets. There's gonna be tons of hot, horny girls there. LOL.
That sounds pretty cool.
No, dude, that's a big bowl of bat soup. Don't go to that.
I'm just
Kyle,
gonna,
no.
I'm just gonna
Oh my
like
God,
check it out.
dude.
I'll social
It's
distance.
pretty simple.
All right.
Just
Awesome.
back out. You
Oh,
just gotta
say
back
hot
out.
redhead.
Back-
I'm just gonna talk to this girl real quick.
Hi, my name's Jenny fucking Cum.
Nice.
Dude, she's sick.
That might be allergies. Oh, she wants to make out. Yes.
No. Oh my god, you suck at this.
My guy's acting weird.
Yeah, look at your health. That skank gave you Rona.
Cough, cough, cough. Shit. Achoo. Shit, barf. Shit, barf. Shit, cough. Shit, barf. Shit, cough. Chew. Barf, shit. Explosive diarrhea.
Okay, good super.
Oh, I almost died. Barfing gives you good abs, though.
I made you delicious pie. Come visit Grandma and get your pie.
No, Kyle, don't go to that. She's vulnerable.
I just
You
want to see what
can't-
kind of pie it is.
Oh my god, you really do not understand this game,
Here's
Kyle.
your pie, sweetheart. Give Grandma a kiss first.
I'm gonna give her a
No,
peck on
oh.
the cheek. It's a closed mouth.
Barf, barf, barf.
You just gave your grandmother COVID-19.
Explosive diarrhea.
Oh, dear me.
Double barf. You've been reinfected.
What?
Yeah,
Shit,
you
barf.
could be reinfected.
Diarrhea. Barf, barf. Shit,
I just
barf.
diarrheaed on my
Shit.
grandmother's head.
You just killed your grandma. Congrats, you're a selfish dick.
Don't kill your
This game
grandma.
sucks.
You want to just replay 9/11?
Stop
Yeah,
playing
9/11
games,
was more
folks.
fun.
Don't kill grandma. Be safe.